Hi, everyone. So, my name is Tiffany Hayes. I am the owner of Pathfinder Global Solutions. I am here with Miss Javona Neal from Soul Sounds. She will be one of the coaches that will be training during the Pleasure Prescribed Retreat that's set for June 20th through 22nd. So, welcome, Javona. Javona, I just want you to tell everyone a little bit about yourself, about your company, Soul Sounds, and what you do.
Okay. Peace, everyone. My name is Javona. As you all know, some people might know me as Javona the Sound Fairy, but I'm the owner of Soul Sounds, where I utilize sound healing and Reiki energy healing to help survivors of sexual assault heal from the traumatic event post-assault. So I got into it because I myself am a survivor of childhood sexual assault, and the journey back to my own body and being comfortable and confident within my own body and being able to allow myself to receive pleasure in a positive way has been a long journey, but with the tools and with the workings that I now offer to others, it definitely has brought about large transformation in my life.
No, I love that. I love that. And so, just tying it back into what you're going to offer for the retreat, the Pleasure Prescribed retreat, we are talking about pleasure and we're also talking about pain with pleasure. And one thing I wanted to intentionally do was bring someone on to assist with the healing of that because we're talking about these, sexual things and they're intimate things. And I never know what's going to come up for people. And so, this whole idea was generated to provide women a safe space to share, to learn, and to grow. And so that's why I wanted to bring you on specifically because of your background in trauma and healing trauma. Could you just give everyone a little idea of what you're going to offer at the end of the retreat, the closeout of the retreat, and just give kind of like a brief description on what it is?
For the first half of my segment, I will be holding sacred space for the retreat attendees to share their thoughts and ask more questions because female pleasure has been shrouded in shame and guilt and mystery and completely at this point taboo unless it is for a male-centered gaze. We don't ever get to just be
Exactly.
pleasurable for ourselves. Sensuality and sexuality are not just about instant gratification when it comes to the bedroom. It's
Right.
everything that you are doing in your life. You deserve pleasure in all areas of your life, but most specifically your sexual energy, because that is your most powerful energy. Your womb is an energetic center for not only just pleasure in childbirth, but also your intuition, your ancestral wisdom and guidance and knowledge. And to be a woman, to be a divine feminine,
Mhm.
you are worthy of safe and healthy, happy, pleasurable moments. You
Mhm.
are worthy of enjoying your sexuality without shame. And it's okay to have these conversations, and it's okay to reclaim the pleasure within your own body. Being the divine feminine, you are innately a sexual being by nature. It's just about how you express that and the self worth and the self respect tied back to it. So, by honoring ourselves and honoring our temples and talking about this and releasing the years of religious trauma and family trauma and societal trauma around it, which I utilize through sound healing, which will be my second part. I'll be hosting a sound bath to help integrate what we've learned into our bodies because we all know that terminology of in one ear and out the other. That is because we are vibrational beings. We need to feel it in order to heal it. So sound typically pinpoints these energetic centers, your seven chakras, the main ones, to help realign you and reattune you back into a harmonious state within yourself in order to receive pleasure to begin with.
Thank you for that. That was very well said, very beautiful. And I'm so excited to bring you on for the June retreat and for everyone to experience um, just for those that's never done a sound bath, it's truly a beautiful, empowering experience. So I'm glad I had an opportunity to meet you and that you had the time to join me on the 22nd. So any last words before we wrap up just our intro to what you're going to do? Anything you want women to know and to understand?
I would say more so about the sound bath. I want to explain that a little bit more too, because there are a
Of
lot of
course.
people, this will be their first experience and it'll be like, well,
Exactly.
what can I expect? What can I look
Right.
forward to? What is it?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
just talking about the basics behind it, that sound healing can help you process through emotional and energetic traumas without having to relive it and talk about it in the ways that psychotherapy does. This allows you to do it in a harmonious, safe, and sacred space and allow yourself to feel it, feel the vibration. So that means that sometimes nothing may come up, but because you're listening to the frequencies, it is doing its job already. Nothing may happen. Sometimes you may feel the safety of having an emotional release because you weren't able to do so then. So many things can come up, and every single sound bath is personalized and unique experience. It will always be very new, but the things that you definitely can look for is relaxation, being able to calm down, being able to be present, being able to take some time for self care. All of these things are necessary and needed. And it's just a beautiful way to incorporate healing into your life without you having to schedule it all of the time. You can obviously schedule a specific time for a sound bath, but you can also utilize sound frequency while you're cooking or while you're cleaning, just not while you're driving or operating heavy machinery because of
Exactly.
that relaxation state. But it's a lot easier to incorporate into your daily life rather than like meditation or yoga. Like you have to set out blocks of time for that. Sound, as long as you were listening to it, it's doing its job.
So what do people need to do before, I guess, to prepare for the sound bath? Do they need to bring anything with them? Do they need to be in a certain place, like a private place? What do they need to understand about that part when we're going through the sound bath session?
Typically, because of the relaxation, you can bring a yoga mat and lay down on it and be still. Some people like to be up in a meditative state or a meditative pose. Some people keep their eyes closed. Some people keep it open. Whatever is most comfortable to you. I always set the intention of 3 deep breaths into your heart center for all of us to relax and receive the sound frequencies and the energy healing work that I am doing to the highest degree, which is love. So opening up that heart space, as long as you are open and I have your consent to send these frequencies to you, that makes my job a lot easier because when people have like resistance or blockages,
Right.
it's going to be harder to get through to somebody who doesn't really want it. So just
Hmm.
having that consent. I love sound bath and energy
Yeah.
healing because of that consent aspect. You cannot do energy work on anybody, and you're really going to have a hard time taking the benefits of a sound bath if I
Yeah.
don't have that consent of the person.
Understood. Thank you for that. So
Mhm.
everyone, join us June 20th through 22nd, where you get to meet Miss Javona Neal and experience this beautiful sound bath healing session that she's going to bring to you.